Black Power family, welcome to another episode of Doing on Radio. Place where knowledge is born. This is your host, Knowledge Born Alive. We're here on YouTube, second interview, and we have the miracle worker, the magician, uh, the mastermind of travel. And we traveling on this road of success that we got. Uh, our sister here, Sierra Young, in the building to give us the game on travel and reorient our minds in regards to how we see travel on this road to success. She got the vehicle, she got the vision, and she got the motivation. So without any further ado, because I'm honor and privilege at this time, let's do some of the others. Miss Sierra Young.
Hey everybody, hey everybody. How are y'all doing? That's listening in. It's an honor to be on this show tonight. I appreciate the opportunity.
Uh, let's tell the people a little bit about yourself and we can get started right after that.
Okay, no problem. Just a little bit about myself. Just native Memphian. I love to travel. I'll start with that first. I've been a travel agent off and on for about 4 or 5 years now. So I've been to the Bahamas, I've been to Mexico, I've been to several different states, Florida, different parts of Florida, different parts of New Orleans, and domestic and international travel.
All right. So, what can you tell our audience? What can you tell the world about travel? Like, how important is travel, and how has travel shaped and kind of molded your perspective and your mentality?
Okay, I believe travel is important because it does open your mind to different experiences, different languages, different cultures. I know some people have probably heard that several times before, but it really does immerse you in the culture. Even when you go to Mexico and you go to Bahamas and you see how they live, how they worship, and how they dress is even important because of the climate we're in. We're just so used to it being hot and we wearing less clothes. And in a lot of these places, the fabric is different, even down to currency. I was in Mexico and the t-shirt was like 144 pesos. And in my mind, I'm thinking I would never pay 144 pesos for one little t-shirt that I may pay $10 back home. But I also have to think about the currency difference. So it puts you in a different mindset and a different headspace, and you have to actually immerse yourself in the different cultures and the different um, communities. I'm going to say even taxis, different, of course, modes of transportation, I'll say, for instance, are completely different than what we're used to. It's important really for our mental health because it's good to get out and get there, get a whole different environment, a whole different space that you're used to. To me, mentally, it puts you in a calmer state of mind to just, if you live the city life, get out of the hustle and bustle and see and be appreciative of something as simple as using the bedroom, so to speak. Some places you can't even flush, you can't even flush toilets and it not or mess everything up. So it's just a different mindset, and it also helps you grow as a person because it makes you appreciative. They may live and eat things you would never think of eating or even touch, and animals and things like that. So it shaped everything, how they appreciate every single animal and how they appreciate running water, how um, they don't have air in different places. So when it's hot, they're used to the old school way of fanning. Just just to see that, just to be there and immersed in that is different than being back home. It makes you appreciate something as little as being able to go flush the toilet or go to the bathroom. turn go flip it over to even the stove, for instance, because there's places where they actually literally put the rocks, the rocks that make a fire, and that's how they cook. So just the idea of all those little things that we take for granted and little things that we say, well, it's normal, but they take it as a luxury. It's a luxury to them. Beef is a luxury in some of these Mexican places in Mexico and in the Bahamas, some of those places as well. So looking back and thinking over those, it was a really good experience to be immersed in the different cultures and learning about their histories, learning about different things. So that was really appreciative, in my opinion.
So what got you into this particular business, travel? You told us about the
Now,
benefits of travel. So what was it about that, this particular business that got you started,
okay.
motivated?
So what made me get started was the idea of being somewhere I've never been. Of course, it's always the thought of unknown. What if I go here, how that they live? Let's see how they interact with each other, how they have different entertainment activities, how they have different um, worship services, different things like that, and even how their whole mindset is completely different. So just kind of being around them, watching their day to day, I'm gonna interaction with different things that normally, of course, would not um, think about. Even something simple as riding. I've taken a ride on a little horse and buggy. Just the idea of going down the street in something other than a car is not something that I would have mentally even thought about, not even in another country, because I'm just assuming that they all have cars, which a lot of them do. But most of them still have old school modes of transportation. So it's just the idea of trying to immerse myself in different, to be in different places and learn and watch and grow as a person, because travel is gonna make you grow. It's gonna make you completely different person. You're gonna be thinking more outside the box. Gonna be like, you're gonna, oh well, they don't do all the modernized commercial things that we see everywhere in Mexico or everywhere in all these different foreign countries. So just the idea of being able to physically experience something hands on is always to me the best thing to be able to do. And then also as growing up, um, I never got to do that growing up. So I wanted to give that gift to myself, children. So I wanted them to be able to experience travel and have a different mindset and be immersed in different cultures so they can understand different they have in school that may speak another language or have come from Mexico, Honduras, and all these other places. So they just won't be blindsided by, oh, well, just because they're here, they're American. Because, of course, it's a wonderful thing for children to be so innocent to think that. But as an adult, we have to kind of teach them that travel is important mentally as well because it helps you to understand language. It helps you to understand people and their different way of doing everything, anywhere from the holidays to their food, different activities. I wanted, since I experienced that as a child, it made me want to do even more and encourage everybody to um, travel as much as they can, get their children to travel as early as you can. So um, it's so many things, so many different budgets. A lot of people don't realize that there are things to help save on travel. But of course, it's not going to be free. It's not going to cost you nothing. But there are ways, different things that I assist with to be able to try to work within your budget. Sometimes it's not feasible, but I always try my best to um, get it to an affordable rate because, like I said, when I was younger, I never really traveled. It was more like a couple hours in the heart of the Delta, something like that. That was my travel growing up. So I didn't want to subject my adult life to not knowing and not experiencing different cultures. And I didn't want my children's teenage years to come and go and they haven't experienced something different, even if it was California or even if it's Florida. I wanted them to go as many places as I possibly could to make sure they are immersed in different cultures so they can mentally understand that the line just doesn't stop where we live at the end of the um, county line. There's more to the world than just the city life where we live, so they can know they have festivals, they have um, the the different carnivals is what I'm thinking about that they have in all of these different countries. And like I said, being appreciative also, wanting them to see how other people in other cultures live and how they cook their food, all the way down to, like I mentioned, the stove and um the different, toiletry amenities and things like that. How soap is different, chips, candy, cookies. I make sure they understand that, the different contents in different foods. So that's what kind of made me want to get into travel because I didn't get to do it as a child. So I made it a passion and I made it a goal to make sure that no matter what, I'm gonna travel as much as I can. As long as I'm on this earth, I'm gonna travel as much as I can wherever I can. As long as they'll allow me with a visa, not a visa, passport or passport and a visa, because some countries do require you to have both. But I wanted to make sure I got a chance to do that myself as well as allow my children to do that. And I wanted everybody contact with to be able to have that opportunity to do that themselves if they don't have children or themselves and their children. So that's why I immersed myself into being a travel agent and having a travel business.
All right. So before we get to the next business, can you tell us some of the services you provide? You got into some detail and also some lessons learned that you learned along the way having a travel business as a woman or
Right.
as a black woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right. And I think I'll start with now question one more time. Let me make sure I get it.
Or
You
some of the
said
lessons, like some of the. Go ahead.
you said some of the lessons along the way, and what was the other one? I'm
Yes.
trying to make sure I answer both.
Um, and for some of the services that you provide, so it's like almost like a
Okay,
three-part question. Services
okay,
you
I just
provide,
want to
and
make sure. Okay, now
okay.
the services that I provide, I'm actually located Memphis, based in Memphis, Tennessee. So I plan at least one bus trip a year. This year is going to be Essence Festival. July 30th, we're going to leave Memphis and we're going to get on a bus, a charter bus, Memphis to New Orleans. So, as a group of ladies, about 20 ladies can fit on that bus. Normally, I do one a year and then I do what's called virtual assistant. So, I can assist you from anywhere that you are and we can go together, uh, have a conversation together via um, Messenger, or I can call you Messenger, however, email back and forth. And I can actually plan if you just need a hotel or if you need a car, I can help do if you don't want to have to look, I can do your hotel, any activities area. I make your reservations for you at a nice hotel. I actually research all of that for you. So I can do that individually and also do that as a group. And if you need any cruise, type any type of cruise related booking can issue anything as well. Now lessons, I learned along the way that of course I'm not sure um I heard it. I'm sure every small business owner or business owner period, if I work with you, um no matter how your personality is gonna buy from you. And being a small minority business owner, a lot of people are not as open to trusting you. The lessons I've learned along the way. They're not as open, not always transparent I am. They'll where people all sorts of information, and then at the end say you're a scam because my prices can't. But it's because of the relationships that I've built over these years with traveling myself. I can get some of these discounts. So that's why I tell people I understand it sounds too good to be true. And with the standard out there, I understand why you would think would be. That is the biggest challenges I've had to overcome. I've had to try to overcome everybody thinking that prices and deals things are scam. So that's the biggest lesson I've learned is trying to be transparent, try more Facebook Live so they can see the actual provide to the big surrounding area, try to get my name out there, business out there a little know, hey, she's an actual person. I can talk to her, I can call her, I can email her, text her, Facebook message her, website to try to build my credibility because I've gotten so many people to say this is a scam after asking me for all the in detailed questions this scam. So that's why I try my best to do everything I can possibly do to be transparent and be present as much as possible.
That's why I'm glad you're here. You see what I'm saying? So they can see you like, hey, this is a real person. This is a
Right,
real
right,
sister. We got to support
right,
our own. We got to build up a
right,
wall of fortification around our own people who do it and have that as a top of the mind kind of inclination. You know, it should be only, you know, here like black first. I got the ideology of black only. You see what I'm saying? So now you're
right,
going an extra step to provide that quality, you know, customer service and quality repeat business model where people come back and people refer you. You understand what I'm saying? So that's, you know, music to my ears, so to speak, to
right.
hear. So let's talk about this next business we got right here. Damn. Let's talk about
Okay,
this. Go ahead.
okay. I was gonna say I don't know if you had the same type of questions for this one or not before I start talking.
Okay, okay, yeah. How did you get started? What was some of the motivation? What was you looking to do? What problem were you looking to solve here with this
So
particular business?
this was kind of like a vision. I just kept pushing it off, kept pushing it off. It was like a 3 year or 3.5, I think it was three, but no more than 3.5 year vision. I kept and I was like, I don't want to do t-shirts. Everyone's doing t-shirts, I don't want to do t-shirts. I just kept brushing it off, and it just kept coming back in different visions. So I was like, okay, must be meant for me to do this because um, I'm still dreaming it for whatever reason. For whatever reason, So I have no earthly idea why it keeps coming back. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do it all in. So the vision behind it was because it's so divided. It's 2020 now. And in when I was in high school, women, black women especially, were divided. Oh, she got this on. Oh, she got this. She thinks she did. She thinks she did. And whatever, all the cliches. She thinks she's something. She thinks she better than me. So I personally was never that person. I was always the cheerleader for everybody. No matter what you had on, how you looked, I was always complimenting. You look good. How are you doing today? Hugging. I was always that person, that woman that was like rooted for anybody. I don't care if you like me, or hated me, loved me. It never was something that I did look like, oh, I wonder if she likes me. Her shoes are cute or nice or whatever. Or where did you get those? Your hair looks cute. So I've always been the cheerleader for black women all life. My mom, thank God for my mom, because she instilled in me to encourage other people, no matter what they be going through anything. You'll never know what they're going through. Just a kind word, a smile, and a hug. So she taught me that from girl, maybe 7, because I kept always trying to figure out why would she speak to people that she doesn't know. So I kept asking her, kept asking her. On my phone about that. Asking her and kept asking her, and she was like, I don't, tell them to, they are having a good time or anything. So I was sitting there, and when I decided to do this, I'm gonna stand frame too. And when I decided to do this, I was like, I'm gonna do this no matter what. So I'm trying. Okay. So when I decided to do this, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna come with some. My goal is gonna be to inspire each and every woman that purchases t-shirt or sweatshirt or whatever to put it on at the time in t-shirts and sweatshirts. So I'm gonna inspire each one that purchases or views or sees my t-shirt designs. I want them to feel like they're not that's judged like and everything. So that's kind of how I ended up doing that. The inspiration behind it was because um, just what was instilled in me to always encourage, inspire, promote being black, being happy, and being a woman. So that was the main thing behind me doing the Christian women teas. So I'm like, if I can get to each and every woman, regardless of whether she's in the United States, she's in the UK, I want her to feel like she's not left behind. She can be inspired and she's loved, and put those inspirational messages on each one and make it feel personal. So that was the inspiration behind that.
And what has been the response thus far from the people you come in contact with? And can you share some from in regards to those situations that worked out, the situations that were great, you know?
Okay. Yes, I have different my faces. I've had people comment, like and share hearts and everything, and that they're inspired, glad that to messages. They were happy about the different messages, and different other companies that don't have exactly what I have. they are actually in some other t-shirt brand. So that's just heartfelt to me for them to even for Brian even okay, well, wants to let me congratulate her. Let me follow her on, like her post on Facebook. Let me let me share it. So plenty of shares, plenty of likes, and all of that for all of that at this point in time. And I'm just grateful that it's steady growing, and I'm grateful that it's gonna get even bigger in 2020 because I know I'm gonna reach more people. I know that reason and a purpose. So I'm just grateful to even be on this uh be on this show. Oh, yeah, so grateful, thankful, and happy that I can even share everything with your audience to be able to be on here and talk about both of these brands, not just one more than the other, but they both have been an experience to be on here because I've been motivated by people um, along the way to people have promoted my brand. Other women in my area promoted brand. They've a lady, Miss P's Beauty Supply in my area. She has helped me a lot. A, just a lot of people that I can't even. I'm trying to think of names, but I can't even really think of names at this point. But humbling experience to be able to have want to support and people come together and uh, black. I think you said put black first or something like that earlier. But I'm just thankful for that for people, especially black women, to come together and promote each other's business.
That's amazing. Amazing. I saw some of the posts that you put up in regards to that beauty supply store. You know, and that's what I love to see, that collaboration, that coming together. And
Right,
this,
right.
this
She
is
has
what this
been
platform is for. It's for promotion.
right.
To this
She
thing.
has
That's why I
been,
reached out like, hey, come through and to make yourself
and
a
then
business.
also not to cut you off, but also the Autism Center is founded by a black husband and wife couple. They have two autistic children, so that's collaboration all the way around. So I'm just grateful that I was able to collaborate with them as well as 10% of proceeds both businesses goes autism center. It helps young autistic adults. So I forgot to mention that earlier. But the Miss P's Beauty Supply, she's a black woman, and then of course the other black woman with the autism center.
Yeah, that's love right there. Yeah, what I was
It
just
is
saying about this particular podcast, like I'm solely here for our people, solely here for our entrepreneurs, for our artists, for our authors, solely. Like I'm not looking for nobody else. You can go someplace else.
right,
It's a bunch of other podcasts you can go to out here. You see what I'm saying?
right,
It's for our people solely, indiscriminate to whatever spiritual inclination or walk of life that they come from. They have a safe place here to
right,
promote themselves and to propel themselves, to our listening audience. Our listening audience is growing by the day and by, location. So sharing your story, you know,
right,
all of that, it's, it's motivational. So, um, since I'm here at motivation, like what keeps you motivated, as an entrepreneur, there's no safety net. You out
right,
here, you know what I'm saying? You out here,
right.
you in the
So
trenches, you
what
understand? Like,
right? What keeps me before my phone die. What keep that real quick? Because I got 1%. My charger acts like it's not working tonight. Any other time it'll work. But what keeps me motivated is knowing that my children see me striving to do better. I didn't even think to say it, but my 13-year-old does direct sales. She does candles with Pink Zebra. I didn't even send you that.
Mm,
I forgot all. I don't know why, but she does the candles. The Pink Zebra. It's a direct sales company. So I'm trying to teach her business ethics and customer service and talking to people and getting out there. So them seeing me get out there and do these things motivates me to keep going because it is hard. And in a day where nobody is interested in or weeks at a time when they're not interested, they're looking like whatever, who cares? Them seeing me motivates me even more because I know I have to do it for them so they can want to strive to be better. I tell them better productive citizens is what I tell them. Be productive and help the number of small Black entrepreneurs grow. It doesn't matter how young you are anymore
right.
because it's 7, 8-year-olds creating things. So I told them it's not about age anymore like it was when I was younger. Now it has something to do with your drive and your motivation. So them seeing me and instilling it in them want them to be um, entrepreneurs, small business owners, one day in the very future. I'm working on all three of them. So that's kind of what drives me. God does as well, but my children is, also. So just being able to have the faith and keep going as long as I breathe, and I'm gonna be somewhere trying to do something. So
The doors is open, so if the little princess want to come on here and promote herself, she want to talk about her candles. She want to promote.
she
We are
she
here for our youth.
she is
We
so
are.
shy. She's probably not gonna say anything. My phone, God. Oh,
We will work it out.
oh.
We will work it out. It's all good. She come on. She could make a candle out here. His will be. You see what I'm saying? Our people love it, and we'll be right here. Close it out. Definitely thank my sister for coming through and giving a roadmap to success. Also being a catalyst for change. You see, it's working actively in her family. It's working active in her future generation. So she's there as a focal point and a catalyst and a push for change for national empowerment. With our brothers and our sisters. So get up out of here. Got this day tomorrow a couple of times. So let me share these before I go. I'm sure y'all holler. 1X, 2X in the shirts, $20 shipping fee directly to you, priority. Get it in two and you to get on and go forward. I'm learning Magic Monday tomorrow. So keep on and I have my sister in the building. She's Lino with Transforming Monday and continue to celebrate Black empowerment and Black. We'll be out of here, family. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Tell a friend, tell a comment, subscribe. And I'm thankful for everybody that's been showing, everybody who has been, you know, are, supporting the brand, spreading the word. Love and honor to everybody out there who's hanging in better. Things, um, guarantee you, see you tomorrow. Peace.